During the summer of 2023, we moved to a remote Scottish Hebridean island to be its only two residents, along with our two pet sheep and pair of cats. These remote islands seem to retain an old-fashioned rhythm and a charm which we find encouraging us to live a more frugal and simple life, the way man was perhaps more intended to. We have an ancient stone cottage to restore, veggies to grow, livestock to build up, fish to catch and smoke, a boat to buy, and much more. Step back in time with us at the Scottish Isle.
We've finally had this. Now everybody bangs on about Festool, as we know, but I probably said before, I can't tell you like how much we earned from just owning this sander. It's just
Pay for itself very quickly.
Oh, it's just what the sander and the extractor, because we've got the whole kit, so there's no dust from this. What was it, 1,200 quid, wasn't it?
And we got them for sanding down old varnish on big bits of furniture, antique furniture. We were using a little mouse sander, and when the Festool rep came round to show us what it could actually do, we were blown away.
It did, and it literally blew my mind.
And this is not an endorsement, like
No.
paid endorsement or anything. We just genuinely have used it. Well, look at it. We've used it to death.
What I'm about to do is I'm going to start sanding the ceiling, because now we've got the cable. This is the first fault that we've had with this, which is a cable fault. And that's just because of the way that I wrapped this cable around the hose that connects to this. But honestly, everybody, you know, Festool, just bite the bullet and invest, because you'll never regret it, ever. So I'm hoping that it is. Well, we know that it is, but I'm going to check anyway. But I've been waiting for ages for this. So, and I got the product code off the cable, so I know it's the right one. Moment of
truth.
That's the one. I was trying to think of the right word.
Moment of joy.
You ready?
All right. And this.
Hallelujah. Right, I need a knife because I need to cut that cable.
I'm following you, am I?
You'll see what happened to our floodlights.
Well, they're on, so I don't think we can see.
But
yeah,
it fell over when we were doing this, or after we packed it away. And I don't know, they're still working now, hanging from the wires. Now, that's the extractor to this. If only we could have had something that could have helped us with the walls to suck the dust out as we were going. There's already dust everywhere. There's dust coming out the dust extractor.
I think it'll probably do that.
Did Jim, when Jim was here, stonemason, did he say anything about the sanding of this sill?
Yeah, he said just to sand off the edge of it, round it off and make it look a bit more, a bit less sort of shortcut edge, basically.
I've never sanded slate before, so I don't know what to expect.
He said your sander will do it, no problem.
So what we're going to have to do then is draw with pencil exactly how we want the finish to be, as in how rounded off, and then get to it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I'll have a go at that.
Well, I don't mind doing the sill. I don't like doing the ceiling though.
This is my tool for me to use.
It's a man's tool, is it?
Oh no. It's on. Power's on. Well, that slight bit of drama was because the plug hadn't been, because it's a new plug. It hadn't been pushed right into the socket. Right. You know what? Let's chat. I need to take my coat off. No, I'm not taking my coat off. No, I'll take my scarf off. It's just getting a bit warm because that heater's on. Do you know what somebody said the other day?
What?
In the comments when we were doing this.
What?
They said, oh, at last, he's got his jacket dirty.
Oh, the Scott Does Nothing fan club reared its ugly head again.
Don't understand people, I really don't. What I should say is, obviously, what I'm doing here is just sanding down all the bits that we've filled. Well, I'm not sanding down the entire ceiling.
Surface, no.
I mean, if I had a bigger orbital sander, I would do that. But this is, I mean, this is for intricate work, really. So when you see me, you know, like this, I've just smoothed that off. That's what I'm doing for the entire ceiling.
You, in your painter and decorator days, you would have had to do this all by hand.
Did Alan have any? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, Alan's was all sandpaper by hand. There was no power tools at all on Alan's jobs.
Nightmare.
Not really. I had fun. It was work. I mean, I was a kid, so you know. I remember headphones on, listening to Oasis on the radio and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. It was fun. It was fun because Alan was a friend of my dad's, so you know I'd known Alan pretty much my entire life. So it's always good to work for family in a sense. And then after that, I worked for my brother for a while, fitting kitchens. Anyway, can I? Less chat, more work. Nail. I'm still going to need a hammer. Ready for this? Sunday, bloody Sunday.
I told you you look like Bono with those on.
Or, as Alan Partridge said, Sunday, bloody Sunday. Remember that?
No, I don't. Got your big plate, Alan?
Exactly. I'm an amalgamation between The Edge and Bono. Bedge.
I'm glad you find yourself amusing.
Bedge. Oh, that made me laugh.
Now what?
Well, these super duper glasses.
Do you mind?
They enhance your vision.
Look like they'd be good for fishing.
I can now see like an eagle, not an owl. It wasn't an owl. It was a golden eagle. Right. That wood filler we got was just pointless. it's just falling out on the thicker bits.
Well, we could go over it with caulk, couldn't we?
We just need a smooth finish, but it's I think it's 80% working, or should I say 80% worked.
It's a beautiful day. The tide is on the turn. So, I'm just going to stay in actually. Stay inside.
Stay in and clean your fishing gear.
Jim, the stonemason, and his wife, Roz, gifted us their lifetime collection of fishing gear, including a couple of fly rods and a couple of spinning rods and everything you could possibly think of. They're very keen fisher people. Fisherers. But Jim's finding it difficult to tie now. So, you know, eyesight being what it is as you gracefully age. So they gifted us all of this. Jim makes these carvings, and he's in the process of having a website built, and so we're going to share, as a thank you to Jim, we're going to share the website once it's ready, in the hope that you'll give him some business, because they're very generous people and they deserve it.
Well, I already want the carving of the Viking ship.
The Viking ship. Look at this fancy rod with a weight. Rod? Net.
Yeah. Well, you are a beginner, so.
I haven't fished for 10 years, not since I lived in Canada. That is one heck of a fish filleting knife. Some polarised glasses for safety.
I'll use them.
And for seeing fish in the water, and a good priest. And some very interesting lures. Come in closer. I like these boyos. There's a hook on the bottom though. It should be like that. Oh, these are for salmon, which we do get here, as well as sea trout, and some New Zealand lures. I like the look of this boy. I mean, as Jim put it, mackerel will eat a scabby dug. But I like the look of this boil today. I think I'm going to, some weight to him as well, so I am going to employ his uses and try and catch some mackerel for tea. Once I've reminded myself how to set up the rod.
Ask me what I'm going to be doing.
What are you going to be doing?
Filming it.
with the tide coming in and with all the seaweed that's here, I feel like probably the best place to go is over to the boathouse. Stand on the pier there. My lady fern is doing quite well. There. It's lady fern for ladies. You're wearing my glasses.
Show them how cool I look.
Do you have any words?
They're dazzled by the coolness. They're thinking Robert Redford. Robert Redford, 1970s. That's what they're thinking.
I don't think they're thinking
No, they
that.
are. Thinking Steve McQueen, like late 1960s. That's what they're thinking when they look at that.
I'm sure I get lots of advice from fishermen. But, you know, be kind, because I haven't done it in a long time.
Should you be doing this in waders?
Yes.
Okay.
I read the health and safety manual. Best thing for a highland bog.
Where's Ted?
Where's Ted?
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what are you up to? Oh, God, you're not bloody fishing again, are you? Where's our briefcase? Do you know, I know watching fishing is relaxing, but it's not very exciting. Could you fall in?
Just checking it's not slicky.
Now that was low, wasn't it?
It was. It is good fun, this.
Well, are we going to call it a day?
I don't want to call it a day.
Well, we've got other things to do.
Like what?
We've been here quite a while now.
This could be the cast.
But you haven't caught anything. I mean, I'm not being critical. It's not your fault.
It might be.
Well, no, I think it's more the that there's no fish around here. But
I brought a different lure.
well,
Come on, wee fishes. get in my belly.
It's a long time to be out here doing this, you know, like it's 26 hours. Well, look, this is the deal, yeah? You can stay here and do as much as you like, but I'm finished with filming, I'm off.
Well, I think I've got a bit of seaweed.
You got a bit of seaweed? Oh, look at that. That's, well, actually, what is that at the end of it?
A rock.
It's like a rock. Oh, well.
I'm not giving up.
I found some artefacts. Let's go and have a look at the artefacts. These are of international importance. I found this. And I found this. I'm saying both of them came off a boat. What have you learned from that experience?
That I really like fishing.
Well, guess what? There's plenty of time for you to do it.
Just going to wash off the reel in this fresh water. And I'm going to leave it in there.
Actually, is there any point in you throwing it? We've got a wheelbarrow. You just put it in the wheelbarrow and then I'll wheel it up here. We can just then tip it in. We had a delivery, a foot pump.
Can't get it open. Right.
I see why, that only cost 20 quid. Seems like an awful lot of foot pump for 20 quid.
Yeah, seems like a good one, doesn't it? I will acquire one of these doohickeys.
Is it working?
It's working.
Well, yeah, I think that we can make a new channel out of this.
What have we learned here today?
What have we learned here today? That when Amazon get it right, they get it right. It's very warm, isn't it?
Beautiful day. You want a shot?
Not particularly.
It's all in the thighs.
I'm quite happy standing here watching you. Have you told your friends that left yesterday that the weather's just suddenly become beautiful?
As soon as they left, the weather turned absolutely
It did.
glorious.
And all the time that they were here, it did nothing but rain. Well, that's the weather on the Scottish Isle. You never know. One day to the next, 1 minute to the next, 1 second to the next. I mean, we had torrential hail yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And look at it now. It's got to be like 20 degrees out here.
I blame the government.
Yeah, chemtrails. Jeeves knows all about chemtrails, the conspiracy theorist he is.
Well, it's not a conspiracy, is it? It's on their website.
No, it's true now, yeah. People can't deny the fact that the whole manipulation of the weather is true.
Climate change. Good.
Well, you see, it's good to have a conversation about random things while you're doing manual labour. It takes your mind off it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I am puffed out after that.
Decent wee tool for 20 quid, isn't it? It's not going to break either.
I can't believe it only cost £20.
20 quid. Less than 20 quid.
Okay, well, hey, we don't do product endorsement on this channel. We've already talked about the Fest tool.
Oh, well, yeah.
Right. Well, that's another job done.
What's next? Another new arrival. Instead of putting up a fence all the way around the veggie patch that we've made at the cottage, I've got these cloches to put over. It'll be fine when the plants are juvenile. Time to get planting, to get some sweet corn in. And my seedlings, my broccoli is quite, well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you. Come with me.
Can we just have a look at the packet of that so people know exactly what it is?
It's
So it's them. I don't know if I can't see, it's only so bright at the minute, I can't see anything. All right, okay.
So that'll keep the deer and the sheep off, and to some extent creepy crawlies. But yeah, the broccoli will definitely need these. Come and see my wee plants. Cold. I should maybe put them out in the sun today, I think.
It is cold in here. It's very nice in here.
Broccoli like it. I've got a rogue onion growing in the amongst the creeping time, which is, some of them have come up, some of them haven't, but it might just still be a wee bit cold. So cauliflower I think probably need planting again, but loofahs, tomatoes, no action yet. It's been maybe a few weeks. I'll put them outside in the sun. So warm them up.
Whatever you do, don't forget that with, especially with the rain. Well, it falls here.
Well, the hail.
Wreck the whole lot, won't it?
That'll warm them up nice. Plenty of water. Bring them down to the cottage in a couple of weeks and plant them out. But yeah, meantime, potatoes, corn, beans. I'm going to plant the corn and the beans together because the beans will grow up. Use the corn as a support and grow up.
I was trying to think of something else that I'd like for you to plant, but Savoy cabbage.
I think I've got cabbage.
Savoy cabbage.
So long as I can ferment it. My sauerkraut came out nice, didn't it?
Yeah, we need to talk about the sauerkraut.
So I need to make more. Pretty much gone.
Katie's sauerkraut recipe. Do you know what episode it was?
I
It
can't
was way back,
remember.
wasn't it? But that turned out stunning, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, really, really nice. So, anybody wants some nice, natural sauerkraut, go back and find that. Oh, we'll put it on the screen now, can't we? What episode it's in?
Yeah, can do.
And make yourself some of that because we're still eating it now and it's absolutely stunning. And
Just
the older
gets
it
better.
gets, the better it tastes. But yeah,
So good for you.
very good sauerkraut.
Actually, I'm going to serve you some for lunch with some hot smoked salmon that I haven't caught myself.
Shh! That we just caught.
I'm going fishing. I'm going back
What now?
this afternoon when the tide goes out.
Yeah, well, just so everybody knows that I might have been doing the filming at the minute, but while you're out there having a lovely time in the sunshine and fishing, what am I going to be doing for the next 5 hours, 6 hours?
Editing.
Yes. I like that. Do you remember when we did the Island Diaries from this? They went down like a lead balloon, didn't they?
Yeah, that's why we stopped doing them.
But why? What was different about them?
I don't know. Maybe people don't want spin-offs. They want the real thing. The real thing.
It's just strange, isn't it? The way that things work out. It's like,
Every time.
yeah, every time I put the camera on.
You are a tart for the camera, Jeeves. Now, it's going to be like that about chemtrails now.
Oh, geez, stop banging on. He's like David Icke. It'll be on about reptilians.
The
next.
lizard people.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Don't put ideas in his head.
Jeeves, you're boring. Yeah, the camera. You mentioned camera. The camera's been delayed again. Just so you know, what happened was the camera that we wanted, was the only place that we could get it from was from Amazon EU. It was coming from Germany. And we ordered it, 2.5 weeks ago now?
On the 1st of April, we ordered it. And it was supposed to arrive by today. And now it's still not showing as dispatched. There's some sort of delay. And we're assured to get it by the start of May. Hopefully a lot sooner, according to the man on the phone.
That's what they've said, the start of May.
It said from the 21st.
Well, the reason why I'm a bit like about this is because obviously we've bought the other kit and we can't test the other kit out with the camera because the camera is the central point of it all. And for instance, that lens, that's, 1,700 quid worth of lens that we can't try out.
Well,
and the time's ticking away on the 30-day.
yeah, it's Amazon though. It's their fault.
Well, what you need to do is you need to, get in touch with them and just say to them, look, you need to understand this. Because we can't test any of it. We can't test the gimbal until the camera's here.
Yep.
That's going to be a real pain in the backside if we have to wait until the beginning of May. Anyway, so there's a delay on that, and there's nothing we can do about it. I wish we could, because I'm getting a bit impatient, shall we say.
You're getting impatient.
Yeah.
Is that not your just default setting?
No, I'm not. I'm the most patient person on this island. Apart from you. The ceiling's going to take a bit longer, isn't it? Well, we were at the beginning of this episode, we're sanding the ceiling.
It's a you job. It's not a me job.
It's just because it's the kit's so heavy and being upside down all that time, and it's putting pressure on my lower back, which I don't really need. But yeah, it'll get done. But we've got, I think I got about a quarter of it done.
Round here we have blue jobs and pink jobs, and that is definitely a blue job.
Who colour coded them?
I don't know who colour coded.
Why not red and white?
I didn't pick the blue and pink thing for boys and girls.
Oh, that's where you're coming from. I just thought, what, blue and pink? What are you on about? Oh, but yeah, okay. I get you now.
Can you get on trend,
It's a bit cold
please?
out here, isn't it? So warm earlier.
Not down with the kids, are you?
What, blue and pink?
Yeah.
Isn't that 1950s? You mean down with the boomers? I'm sorry, wasn't that funny? I thought it was funny.
I did some more of my topiary frame, but I'm going to go and just take it up there now and start constructing it up there.
What are you going to do about that? Just going to do nothing about it. Yeah, it would be nice to see that finish. How long before it actually takes shape? Months?
I've made it smaller than the plant, so I'm hoping I can just cut it into shape.
And you just snip, Edward Scissorhands?
Like that.
Like, yeah, I remember he was doing... Did he do topiary or was it haircuts?
I've never seen it.
That's a long time ago when I watched that, and I've only seen it the once, so we're talking way back.
If he had scissor hands, he probably would do topiary as well as haircuts.
I don't know if he does topiary or... I don't know what he does, but I remember him cutting away. And anyway, enough of... is that an 80s film or a 90s film? It's a 90s film, isn't it?
It's going to be, yeah. Are you going to cut all this down with your scissor hands?
I'm going to cut all this down with a strimmer. That's staying. All the rushes, I always... whatever. The fern bracken is all staying here. This is for the birds to stay in, but all the rest, all this round here, is all going. And during the summer, I will be attacking the fern as well, because you see all the pathways that get blocked up with it. And that's not happening again.
We need a machete.
Well, why? Get the strimmer.
Okay.
If you want to buy it, well, you know what? Don't buy me a machete. I found a really, really nice Swedish company that sell knives. You can buy me one of them. Only about 300 quid.
Nah, I don't think I will.
Geez, we're going to trade you in for a knife. Nobody want him.
He's not worth £300.
It's worth 3 pence.
With his watery eye.
And his mad theories.
And his croaky meow. It sounds like a croaky gate.
Squeaky meow. That's a new one. It's like he squeaks like a mouse. Don't you?
Now you're broken, Jeeves. It's all right. We still love you.
Somebody gifted a load of things for the sheep.
That's right.
What was the name of this person?
Jane. Thank you very much. One of our patrons, Jane.
Jane?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jane.
She wanted to see the sheep safely ensconced behind some fly netting, which they really need during the summer, now that everything's starting to warm up.
Well,
so,
it's just those rainbow plastic fly sheets or fly curtains. But the thing is, you know, they ripped all the others down. Well, it was two things. They kept treading on it and ripping it out, but the wind kept getting it. But we need 6 altogether. We need 2 for the front here, on that front door, and then another 4 two on top
for
of
their
each
little bit.
for their bit. And then, actually, this just brings another thing to mind, this chicken thing. And the reason that I'm thinking fly screens, because I'm thinking ticks. And it keeps playing on my mind what somebody said in the comments, which I never even thought about. Chickens help keep the ticks down. And Bree's face is always covered in ticks. I'm saying always. This time of year, it's the first time we've been here. But at the moment, her face every day is covered in little ticks. And we've treated the sheep, haven't we? And they get treated every 10 weeks for them, but it doesn't stop them from climbing all over her. Brushing her face with a tick comb helps. But chickens, if we got like a ton of chickens, there would not be a tick problem around here.
No, there'd be a sheep poo problem, though. I mean, a chicken poo problem.
Why do animals have to do that?
Frying pan and fire, isn't it? It's chicken poop or...
I mean, I'd be, it still stands about the fact that the pine martins would eat all the chickens. But, that's nature, isn't it?
Nah, you get too attached to them. I do anyway.
I know.
I wouldn't want to see them.
Well, no, I'm not talking about putting them. I'm not saying like staking them out for a pine martin to get them.
It's like Jurassic Park.
It's. I'm just thinking that they would really hammer the tick situation here, and help, because it cannot be good for the sheep to have that many ticks on them. Every day now, I'm brushing Bree's face to get them off. And the thing is this, we've talked at length about putting something on their faces, but the sheep have got... Look at her a minute. Look at her.
She's doing the...
She's sunning herself. She's like this.
Noblesse oblige.
They're talking about me. Oh, I'm so beautiful. Look, she's still doing it. She does that all the time here, and she never did it that much when we was in the old place.
She's sunbathing. She's enjoying it.
Anyway, just to end that, we can't put something on their face because their sense of smell is so intense that it just wouldn't be fair. Because she'd be walking around just smelling it, and Bree is sensitive to really bad smells, isn't she? Like if I've been smoking my pipe and I try and feed her a biscuit or something, you've got no chance. She won't come anywhere near me.
She's pampered, isn't she?
She is a pampered sheep, but that's the whole point. I want to pamper her. Do you know who you look like in those glasses?
Tell me.
Lee Majors.
I don't know who that is.
Lee Majors. The Fall Guy.
Nope.
Shall I give you another clue?
You're making no sense.
Well, I am to the people that understand who Lee Majors is. Just giving it away. You don't know who Lee Majors is?
No.
Do you know who Burt Reynolds is?
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds made a film called Hooper.
No.
It's about a stuntman.
No.
It's basically just a rehash of Smokey and the Bandit, but he plays a stuntman. Well, Lee Majors played a stuntman in The Fall Guy. The Fall Guy was a massive TV show in the 80s.
I was a child. What would I be doing watching that?
He was the Bionic Man. Lee Majors. Steve Austin.
I was watching...
A man barely alive.
I was watching Button Moon and Finger Mouse. And listening to Kylie doing the locomotion.
Right. You say all this, okay, but I watch, like, That Was a Week That Was, or Python, or what was Pete and Dud's show? I wasn't alive when these things were on television.
I wasn't allowed to watch Python for a long time. I wasn't allowed to listen to Billy Connolly until because there was too much swearing.
I had an uncle who was mad on Billy Connolly and Python. And it was via him, I think, that I heard Billy Connolly and Python for the first time. And then the very, very first record that I ever bought myself was live at Drury Lane, Monty Python live at Drury Lane, 1974.
What's your favourite Monty Python quote? Out of the Holy Grail. Okay, you can pick any.
No, we'll stick with the Holy Grail because then it makes it easier, doesn't it? What, the curtains?